Hey guys, good afternoon. We had an inside day today, just textbook, came in to the lower daily ones and bounced to the upper daily one, came back to the mean, hung around, and then just took off about half an hour ago. Well, almost an hour ago, I guess. These are hourly bars. So it hit the VIX hit the upper daily one and then came back down. We broke through the upper daily one at first and then came back to the mean from yesterday and then went to the daily one and came back. So we definitely had a condor day. So we didn't get 5,700. So I think they'll hit that overnight. 5,700 to 5,725 is the high gamma. So we could get 5,725 or 5,730, 5,725 or 30. So 2350 is the weekly 2, and 58 is the upper monthly 1. So we have to get through this 12-week one at 5688. And I think we can. The 5755 and 5767, those are our 6-month ones. And we are well below them. But when the market goes to get that 5,700 gamma to the 5720, 5725, it could be a pop and drop. So be prepared for a pop and drop where it spikes up, hits it, and then falls back down inside these weekly ones. So if that happens, then this is going to be very bearish going into OPEX and even the week after. But we want to confirm this on Quick Strike. So let's just take a look real quick and see if anything has changed. So we're April 17th, 5670 and 5650. So on the settlement, it's already dropping lower. So it was at 5670, it's at 5650, and 5730 is still the upper 164. So 164 is the high gamma. It could reach up to the 5740 or the 5750 and fall back down, but definitely these 164s is what I'm watching for the market to, spike through. And this Friday, $56.95 is the high gamma. So we could be hanging around here for a while. April 11th. $188, $57.10. So yeah, $56.90, $57.00, $57.10. So the market, that would be awful if they just pin it around here so that we're not moving anywhere. just going sideways from 5650 to 5700, and a small contracted zone. All we have to do is monitor the VIX and make sure that that doesn't happen. Let me take a look at my VIX. One day soon I should be able to show this to you. I know the site's looking so much better every day. They've got more progress made on it. Definitely a lot of treats on this site. So the high GEX is still here, 22, 21, and 20. So very high GEX at 22, 21, and 20. Not so much 23. So we're going to be falling in GEX 21, 22. So they're going to keep us elevated um, for the time being, trapped, trapped inside this upper range. So maybe we'll see a familiar pattern where the vol spikes up overnight and then falls down during the RTH. But so we might have just a period of flat price between this, 5650, 5600, 5700 range. So better get used to going nowhere, because it's not going to get back above 5767 or 5755 unless something dramatically happens. There was some good news with Israel today, agreeing, to proactively drop their tariffs, so to avoid tariffs. And so that's what we want. We want countries to trade with each other without imposing restrictions. We're bringing back our manufacturing. I've explained this several times. It comes at a cost. So instead of offshoring our supply chains and our national security, we bring the manufacturing back. And to be able to pay for that, we can impose a reasonable tariff on the importing country and adjust our currency to mitigate the damage. So the cost of U.S. exports may go up a little bit for the importing country, but they're getting, good product. They're not getting Chinese crap, cheap plastic stuff. They would be getting good American products. And when the U.S. economy is growing and doing well, they are buyers. They will be buying many more of those imports of the products that are coming into the country. So it lifts all boats. So I don't know why they offshored it to begin with. I mean, I know why. I was there when it happened, and I worked for the law firms when it was happening. I got some inside baseball on that, but um, largely it was to benefit the large corporation. It had nothing to do with, helping the consumer, because that never happened. This consumer got screwed really big time, and plus it, decimated cities and the middle class. Um, so a lot of employment went overseas, a lot of jobs, and a lot of towns just completely eviscerated because of that. So hopefully this is going to spark a revival. So anybody calling for a recession right now is out of their ever-loving mind. There's hundreds of billions of dollars coming into the United States right now. It's going to be a renaissance. And we have the AI. Everybody's getting so excited about the AI. So there's no reason to sell this off. In fact, if they're keeping the market high up here, around this 20, 21, 22 VIX, then we could probably expect some good news to make this get gapped over. They could just, get a big bull bar over it again that is more concrete. But make no mistake, these are very, very key levels. And we'll want to make sure we watch that very carefully. We want to get inside the bottom of this and get back inside for the bulls. The bears want to stay below it and go lower. So this 5750 is going to be critical to monitor that. And we could, let me put this back on the April 17th and take a look at it. This big put down here at 5,200. Yeah, there's very low call volume and big put volume. They're expecting it to come down, but they're just a lot. 5,400, a lot of put protection. And we don't get the calls until it breaks above 58. See that? So even they know that at 5750, 5,800 is still puts. So the calls aren't even there until after 5,800. So they're not even buying calls yet up here. They don't expect it. If they expected the market to go higher, there'd be calls out there. And there's no calls. It's all puts. Oh, it's not looking good for the bulls, is what I'm trying to say. Yet. It could change. I mean, the market changes on a dime. We just need the catalyst. Right now it's flat and inside day. Still inside the Globex range. Inside the daily ones. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you have a good evening, and we'll come back at it tomorrow, see if we can get some action shaken. But it's looking like it's going to be downside activity, potentially, unless we can get, much lower um, open interest, and that's just not happening right now. I mean, we've got, all the volume on the GAX is to the 2021 and 22 VIX. Okay. So far, and that's what it is. We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.